You know, there's only 2 of us left at home now, and that's okay, but it does create a few issues for us. The chief of which is, when we go grocery shopping, we have really only 2 choices. We can spend 2.5 hours to drive to our closest town to pick up groceries, or we can drive 3.5 hours to go to either of the other 2 towns that are a little bit further away but have better shopping. So yesterday we spent pretty much the entire day going to Flagstaff to do a lot of different shopping. We picked up office supplies, we picked up gas, we checked on some other supplies which weren't in, but the big thing was we did some meat shopping. Now, when we buy meat, we buy in bulk, which means we freeze it, we preserve it, we can it. There's not a whole lot of options, but we use pretty much all of them. Today what we're going to be doing is freezing up some hamburger that I made into patties yesterday when we got home. Didn't have enough time to put everything together, but we got that piece done. They went in the deep freeze, they're completely solid. So Irene's going to go ahead and package those hamburgers up, and then we'll continue with some other products. Specifically, we're going to also be packaging up some Canadian bacon. Now, we buy Canadian bacon in large packs. There's only 2 of us, so that Canadian bacon will last a really long time if we freeze it, and if it won't, it will spoil. So our choice is to go ahead and freeze it. So that's what we're going to be doing. We'll be portioning these up into smaller packages and putting them in the freezer. We'll keep some out for tomorrow night's pizza. So let's get to work.
I think it's still worth it to do this because we save a huge amount on the meat and we reduce the chance of spoilage in the fridge, a huge percentage, and this eliminates freezer burn. But if anyone has tried any of the commercially available ones, like you get at Gander Mountain or something like that, I'd love to hear some feedback on that because we've actually been considering, this is our 3rd or 4th one of these. We go through one about every 2 years because we freeze all of our fresh veggies out of the garden that I don't turn into pickles or something like that. So if anybody has actually tried any of the commercial heavy duty ones, I'd love to hear from you.
While Irene's been busy bagging up the hamburgers, I've portioned out the Canadian bacon. I have 10 portions here, each of which has 4 pieces of Canadian bacon. That allows us to make a delicious pineapple and Canadian bacon pizza. And if I really get crazy, I can make some Eggs Benedict or something like that for breakfast one day.
Yep, 4 pieces of Canadian bacon is just perfect for that. It's actually fine during the summertime when we do BLTs made with Canadian bacon too. Some people may think this is silly, but Canadian bacon is not commonly available around here. And when the local grocery store does have it, it runs anywhere between, on sale, maybe $4 a pack, up to $8 a pack, depending on what's going on. And we bought that pack yesterday for $8.95, I think. And that's 10 servings. The small package that we would normally get at the grocery store would be good for 2 servings usually. sometimes 3, depending on what we're doing. So this has 2 advantages. One, we have bought a huge ton of Canadian bacon, which will keep us for a couple of months usually. And the other is we don't have to go to the grocery store. It's just in the freezer. We had a friend visit one time who lives up in the Eastern Sierras, and her comment was, wow, you guys have a really big pantry. And I thought that was funny because she lives in the Sierras. And even though we do freeze all our hamburger up as hamburgers, a lot of times those turn into meat sauce and things like that too, but it's super easy to defrost a hamburger to become meat sauce. And we're done. So that was, what, half an hour's worth of work, and we have probably 2.5 months worth of burgers and Canadian bacon. Not bad for half an hour.
Yeah, so what we've done today is we've packaged up the bulk hamburger and the bulk Canadian bacon that we bought yesterday. I froze the hamburgers last night on an ordinary half-sheet cake pan. So they're already frozen. That made it easier in some ways to bag them up. The big thing is they're already frozen, so we don't have that load on the freezer today. We'll have enough of a load as the day goes on. We have a lot of other things to butcher and to package up.
Right. So stay tuned and see what other tips and tricks you can learn for saving money on the homestead.
Thanks for watching.
See you later. Bye.